A man raised his rifle, aiming at a wild deer, but suddenly noticed a distorted figure ahead. In an instant, he realized something was wrong, as there were bloodthirsty monsters lurking in the forest. For the sake of survival, he and his son quickly took cover in a lookout tower behind them. Just as he locked the door, a chilling scream echoed from outside. The man quickly raised his rifle, pointing it at the wooden door, but gradually the outside fell silent. He stood up to check his surroundings, unaware that the wooden boards outside were covered with claw marks. What was even more terrifying was that the wild deer he had been aiming at had its insides ripped out. The man raised his rifle again to continue observing, but suddenly he glimpsed the creature that had darted past. As the sounds of the screams grew distant, the man finally let out a sigh of relief. 30 years quickly passed, and his son had grown into an adult with his own family. One day, his wife received an email informing her of his father's passing, so Blake decided to take his wife and daughter back to his hometown. However, on the way there, an accident occurred. A figure suddenly appeared in the middle of the road. Blake swerved to avoid it, causing the car to crash into the woods. Fortunately, the vehicle got caught in the trees and stopped midair. Blake quickly instructed his wife and daughter to climb out, but just then, a low growl sounded from behind them. Looking in the rearview mirror, Blake saw the figure of the monster. Terrified, he tried to close the car door, but the creature suddenly smashed the window, scratching his arm in the process. Luckily, the creature soon left. Blake quickly helped his wife and daughter escape, and they soon stumbled upon his father's old cabin. However, the creature's growl was heard again, and the family had no choice but to flee. Just before the monster could catch up, they rushed inside the house. Blake blocked the door with his body, and the monster eventually retreated. Blake quickly checked the doors and windows and found that the outside was protected by thick barriers. To be safe, he moved the wardrobe in front of the door. After securing everything, he finally relaxed. While his wife and daughter rested, he decided to reinforce the door with iron nails, but he suddenly felt dizzy. He rushed to wash his face with cold water, but as soon as he stepped outside, he was struck with a strong wave of nausea. It wasn't long before he lost his balance and fainted. When he woke up again, it was deep into the night. Strange noises reached his ears, and following the sounds, Blake went down to the basement. There, he discovered his wife was trying to call for help through the intercom. However, what he didn't realize was that his body was changing. He could now see clearly in the dark. His wife, sensing someone behind her, turned around and was shocked to find that her husband had become utterly unrecognizable.